The goddamn girlies. Okay, it's flashing. We're going. Hi, I'm Hansveni, and today at shift.London we are joined by
Evie.
Give me a little bit of what you do, who you are.
I'm a singer, songwriter here in London, ready to talk to Shift. I'm so excited.
Perfect. Okay, we're gonna jump right in. Give me your origin story, not your birth story.
Not my birth story.
Not your birth story.
That's where I was going to start.
You know, we don't need to know about the womb.
Oh.
We're going origin.
I'm in quite a musical household. My dad was a DJ. My mum does arts and my stepdad is like musical theatre. So I've always been surrounded by absolute tunes. And then when I was younger, I joined like a theatre group. And it was like singing, acting, dancing. And I realised I liked the singing the most because I just think I was a bit not as good at acting and dancing. Well, they just made me feel nervous. But the singing part, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. That was my thing. I'm Rachel Berry, getting all the solos.
Oh.
And
You were that kid.
I was that kid. I was like, I'm going to go for all the parts. And I got like 2. But and then about in between that time as well, I was like writing songs and making songs on my laptop on GarageBand, like throughout school. And then the introduction of TikTok. You know what? TikTok really helped.
The classic.
Classic TikTok.
The classic.
That in like 2020 started posting loads of videos. I mean, there was not much else to do.
Yeah,
and so I was just like every day cover little songy thing, just whatever. And that helped me get noticed by my now manager, who then started putting me into songwriting sessions. So now I'm like full-time doing songwriting and singing and my artist project. But yeah, I went theatre, TikTok. Now I'm here.
And that's how you do it.
That's how you do it, guys. Do theatre.
How does it feel to finally have music that you've been working on for so long be out?
Scary. A bit. It's great because for ages I was just holding on to loads of songs that I would share, like my friends and family, and they were always like, oh my god, this is so good, you're so good. But I was like, you have to say that, you're my mum. So it feels really great to be able to actually have something out there, because before I was like, I'll see it when I believe it. See it when I believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. And now it's like, okay, I believe you now. I believe you. It's just great to share all of the stuff. There's just so much stuff, and and hopefully there'll be loads more stuff.
We want more.
You want more? I can give you more. You want more? I'll give you more.
Okay, talk me through some of your musical inspos.
My musical inspos. I hate questions when they're like, pick a favourite thing. I'm a hoarder. I keep everything. I like everything, which is my problem because I want to do all the stuff. And musically, I've definitely experimented with all kinds of sounds and been inspired by so many people. But I just love big pop music. I love, like Taylor, Dua, Miley. Give me like a pop girly. I love it. I love all the sounds, the synths, the basses, everything. Big
I loved
drums.
the first name drop. Like, they don't need a second.
They'll just bestie Taylor.
I'm like, Taylor
and Dua and Miley. But then I also really enjoy just like listening to like alternative pop and indie and rock. And oh my god, I'm like that Cheryl Cole thing where she's like, I actually love indie. I love indie music. That's me. But yeah, musically, everyone inspires me. All my friends who do music inspire me, and I love listening to everything. And I think I just love big songs, big chorus, big poppy vibes, just everything.
Okay, we spoke about musical inspo.
Yes.
Let's talk about what's inspiring you in your day-to-day life? Just people, things, whatever.
I am a creepy person and I like to kind of document what my friends have been doing in my notes app. So like getting home after a day of writing or whatever, and then sitting with my friends and having a conversation about what they've been doing, their relationships, their family, like literally anything. And then I just have like notes. There's stuff you don't even want to know on there. So the people around me, I'm really inspired by. I just think everything is like, I mean, this sounds so bad because I'm like turning people's lives into concepts, but
you know, so many
but it's
musicians
like,
do that.
yeah, and I'll just be sat with someone, I'm like, I relate to you right now, and what you just said then sounded like something cool, and I'm gonna put it in a song. But yeah, everyone around me, it makes me inspired, just their lives. And then seasonal changes I get inspired by because I have like different vibes in the different parts of the year. My mood changes a lot. I feel a lot. And about like September, October time through like to Christmas, I just feel like I'm my most poetic. I'm my most poetic because the weather makes me feel that way. And then summer is let's go to the beach each. Let's go get away. They say what they say.
Summer is Nicki Minaj time.
It's only Nicki. That's it.
That's it. Okay, so you've released Jealous Type at the end of last month. So for anyone that's not heard it, which by the way, rude.
Rude. What are you doing?
Can you give them a little, describe it for them, you know, what's it about, who's it for?
Okay. This song I wrote over a year ago, and prior to that I kept writing like these sad girl songs. And I just woke up and I was like, I want to do something like that just sounds so chaotic. And what I like about the song is the verse is really like, oh, it's quite cute and boppy, and then the chorus is just and I think at the time as well, I mean, I just moved to London and everything was different, and the song just kind of let me release loads of emotions I'd felt about lots of people. I'm always like, I wonder who out there is like, this song's about me. Like, I get some DMs like, why do you want to get with all my friends? I'm like, it's not about you, babes.
The ego's a bit...
The ego.
Take it down.
The song, I'd say, is just for like, you know, when you feel so much and you're like, I just want to be, I just want to be so silly. I just want to go Looney Tunes. Just go silly. And I think it's one of those things that you just want to like scream to. But, and who's it for? Everyone. My mum likes it.
I love that.
We played it to everyone in the pub. They liked it.
Okay, so Jealous Type was filmed around London, which I loved.
Yes.
How was that experience? Were people a bit like staring? Was it a bit awkward, or was it kind of fun?
It was definitely fun, and it was my first experience like kind of getting like all dressed up. Especially this was on like a Monday night at like 7 p.m.
That's when London's popping.
And it was just funny because I think I was so like, I just need to do this, and I got my alter ego come on that I didn't really take any notice of anyone else that was walking. But there were definitely, you know, the usual London creepy guys. But you know what? It's because we looked so good.
Like, I can't blame them.
I can't blame them. But it was just really fun experience, like running around. And again, and just being so silly. Because the song is so silly. Everything is just chaos. I love it. But yeah, the video was really fun. The vibes. I think there was a few people who would like walk past when I was doing the phone booth thing. And having a bit of a stare because like when you're being followed by a camera
and you're like screaming
at a phone booth, Makes
You tend to
sense.
look.
You tend to look. Oh my god, I did get asked. Someone, because I have these posters, and then this group of people came up to me and they're like, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
where?"
missing.
They were like, "Is she missing?" And I went, "I'm right here." I was like, "It's me."
Don't worry. I'm here.
I'm here.
Holding your own missing poster.
I was like, they were like, "Oh my god, what's happened?" I'm here. It's me.
So yeah, let's talk more about the posters because I loved them. What was the inspo for those?
The inspo was I was lying awake, because I tend to do, and where I have all my best ideas. I suddenly was like, would it be so funny if the video was like me putting these posters of myself missing? Because there's a line that says disappeared for days. And I was like, that'd be so funny. And originally I kind of thought like maybe the video would have like the guy like looking at these pictures and being like, what the, like, this is weird. But yeah, I kind of just suddenly was like, I want to do that. And then I looked at loads of like, weirdly, well, I looked at so many missing posters, so many. I wanted it to look like real, but also not that real. I mean, the photos are like on the posters of me like,
Yeah, not a usual missing poster.
not my usual missing poster, but I just thought the idea was really funny. And you can imagine like I'm here like laying in bed. Funny.
That's a good one.
I was like, that's great. And then I told my manager about it and she was like, yes. So it worked.
Best ideas are at the craziest hours.
They are. They're in my Evie hours.
A coined here. Yeah. Evie hours.
Evie hours between, I'd say like 1 and 5. Maybe even 12.
AM, that is.
AM. Oh yeah, AM. Sorry guys, I thought that was like obvious. I'm not around at 1 and 5 in the afternoon.
Those are not your hours. Evie,
Yes.
do you consider yourself a jealous person?
I should have known that this was going to be mentioned. It's the whole song. The whole song is me being insane. But I actually don't think I am a jealous person. But also I think you know when you actually meet someone that you'd be jealous about. And normally I would just like, if I was talking to a guy, I'd be like, okay. I was like, all right, do your thing, boo. Like, and I don't normally feel like, I don't really get like that possessiveness. But writing the song, I was like, what if I was really like insane? I said was, like, what if
I've
never been like that, but I defo do notice sometimes we all get a little bit like, I think, what's your jealous face? Do you have a jealous face?
I feel like it's just my resting face.
I think mine is like, I'd be like, whatever.
Like, I think if I'm being jealous, it's all up here.
It's up there. To be fair, I think if I'm being jealous, you'd know, because I'd be like, oh, that's nice. Oh, you did that? Cool.
And then she goes and writes a song about it. And then it goes in her notes app.
And then it's in my notes app, me just like, and then they did this, and then.
Okay, so Insecure, the second song, came out on the 17th. Without using the word insecure, you're able to describe it in 3 words.
You're getting me doing so much thinking. I would say, even though the song is about like being insecure, I'd actually say it's quite uplifting in a way. I'd say uplifting, questioning. It's a bit like interrogating. It's like, oh, interrogating.
What are you crying for?
Yeah. What are you crying for? Girl. Girl. That's 2 words. And then slay. No, I'm joking. I'm taking back the slay. Powerful.
I like that.
Wow, that was good, wasn't it?
That was good.
Powerful.
It's powerful.
I'd say sonically and lyrically, powerful.
Not to big up your own song,
I'm
but
great,
But it is.
But I'm powerful.
Can you talk through your look in the video for us? It's a bit different from your usual look, so give us a little rundown.
So I visually in my head had this thing where I was like, the song is called Insecure. Normally, like when you think of Insecure, you think of like someone who cares about their looks rather than, this song's more like mentally insecure. But physically, I thought it'd be cool to do that like stereotypical. I'm kind of housewifey. I'm a bit housewifey. It's like the pearls, and there's like a cute bow dress. It's pink, and I'm normally like, I don't normally wear a lot of like cutesy stuff. I felt very pretty. I look quite pretty. That's how I felt. Yeah. And I say the visuals I had in mind was that it was this kind of old Hollywood vibes. I've got like the curls. But yeah, I just wanted the message to kind of be like, the song is about insecurity, and I have this look of the really picture perfect, cutesy woman. It's cutesy as well, because I think the message of the song is that you feel like you're being spoken down to. You feel like, oh, girl, what are you crying for? And I keep saying girl, so I look a bit like a girl. Like girl outfit.
No more girl dinner, just
girl outfit.
Okay, so we touched on this briefly, but who would you say Insecure is for?
Is for. When I was writing Insecure, again, similar time like to Jealous Type, a bit before, just moved to London, was feeling like quite vulnerable, everything was changing, and I think you always think, again, like the Insecure is all about like looks and blah, blah, blah. But this was much more, going through mental changes, and I was awake, and all of a sudden I was like, I haven't really felt this uncertain for like a while. And previously it was to do with like relationships, which is where I was kind of like writing it about like from that relationships perspective. But it was much more about like how I was feeling about myself. I was like deflecting my own emotions and being like, let's make it about a boy. But it's very much about how some people can make you feel, and then how that then affects you going forward with like new relationships or new changes in your life. And it's kind of that feeling of, literally, what are you crying for? Like, what are you crying for? And I'd say like the song is for anyone who feels like they've not been treated the best, not just in like, love, but in kind of any situation where you feel like someone might have taken advantage of you, you're being looked down upon. You deserve better, yeah, kind of thing. Which is why I said that the song was kind of uplifting in a way, because it's asking those questions, and kind of just getting it out. Yeah. But so I'd be like, this is one of those songs that, if you're feeling a bit like, still, it's that same anger and aggression of Jealous Type, but in a different way.
Who's your favourite emotion to write about?
Sadness.
Or even like sing about.
I find it really, really hard to do like anything lovey-dovey or anything that's like kind of, oh my god, yes, let's go. Anything kind of, actually, what am I saying? Anything happy is really difficult. I didn't realise how hard it was to write a happy song. I think a lot of the time, especially if you're someone like me who's very in denial about feelings for stuff, feeling good. Yeah. It's like you try and write about it and I'm like, but how do I make this bad? How do I turn this like good thing bad?
It's almost hard to make it relatable.
Yeah, and I think with a lot of music, especially I'd say like my project is that, it's all those raw emotions. So I say my favourite thing to like sing and write about is, a lot of the time it's feeling sad or feeling like angry, specifically at like a guy, because I hate men. Sorry, I didn't say that. I take that back. But yeah, I'm just like,
I didn't say that, but you know what I mean.
If you wanna, yeah. Someone actually told me I'm politely angry.
Politely angry.
I think that's quite accurate. But polite.
That's a nice
Thank you.
word.
I'm doing it in a nice way.
You're angry, but nice.
Nice. Quiet anger.
Quiet
internal anger.
Yeah.
Internal anger. And then external sadness. Those are my favourite things to write about.
Internal anger, external sadness.
EP is happening. It's happening. So the thing of this EP is that all of the songs are kind of telling a story, and I've written so much stuff, and there was a thing where I had like a list, and it would be like one goes in and then it gets like knocked off, and then like another blah, blah, blah.
Like the knockout rounds of your songs.
I'm also very big on like, track list. Yeah. This was like my one thing. I was like, I need everything to sound like it makes sense.
Yeah. And
I'd like to say all of these songs make sense, and it took a lot of me being like, no, it needs to be in this way because that happens and then that happens and then that. But yeah, because I know I could have just thrown together like, oh, here's my favourite songs, and I think these sound good and they're all the best. Yeah. I could have just picked my favourite things and been like, wow. But I'm weird and I really like things to make sense. I'm very like particular.
I find it interesting about the track list thing. Are there any like albums that you're like, that track list, perfect?
Oh, I mean, Taylor Swift, again, she always does it. I mean, I think as well, I love when it kind of does like a full circle moment. Yeah. And there's quite a few people, I mean, especially like a lot of my like music friends, I love watching, because I feel like we're all quite similar and we all love the creative thing. Like the songs starting of like, this is it, this is the moment, and then kind of like by the end of it you get to like a nice closure, which is great. But yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift does it, like Olivia Rodrigo does it.
Oh yeah.
I think any artist who has a proper creative vision and has like a story to their project does that with the track list. That's why you should always listen to stuff start to finish. Do not shuffle.
I sometimes shuffle.
Like if I listen to an album, I do my little listening parties. I sit in my bed.
Oh, I do that when it comes out. But then
I will
shuffle.
You've got your favourites, and that's fine. But if anyone is like, oh, I can't wait to listen to the new album, and then just like randomly click stuff.
So guys, you can't listen to the EP on shuffle, otherwise you'll make Evie have some sort of breakdown.
No one needs that, actually. Content. That could be good. Spice up the life. But
like, oh, your day's been boring?
Yeah. Then you just listen to everything in shuffle and I go crazy.
She goes crazy.
Why do you do shuffle?
Okay, so I guess like leading off of that, like, how many songs are in the vault? Like, God, there must be so many.
So many. A lot of songs. Some of which I've definitely like put to the side and been like, I can see that working for a future thing. Like with the whole like thing I was saying about things getting knocked on and off of the EP. Some things just didn't work with that idea I had in mind. Yeah. But I'm like, I love the songs and I'd love for them to be on like something else or see the light of day somehow. But then I have like hundreds of songs, and like sometimes I get into these like ruts where I just write about the same thing over and over and over. I think just to make myself feel better. And then every time I'm like, and this is the last song I'll do about this. And then the next day I'm like, and then, by the way.
Like, and repeat.
And repeat. And I think there's probably like 30 songs of one situation. That that. I could just release all of them. That would be fun.
Can't wait for that to come out.
That'd be fun.
It's like the same song over and over again.
The same song over and over and over again. Just like different genre every time.
That would be an interesting concept. No one's done that before.
Like I just am like, so this is the same thing, but different.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely some songs, where I'm like, why did you do that? Or I'm like, why are you so cringe? Like, or like sometimes I will wake up and I'm like, I want to write a song about this thing, or I just want to do this today. And I know it doesn't personally work for me sometimes, like as for like the artist project, but I'm just like, I feel like this and I want to do it. Like I have a few songs that I'm like, why am I Phoebe Bridgers? Because I'm not Phoebe Bridgers. I'm not Phoebe Bridgers, but I just get in like I want to be like deep and little guitar. Little guitar. So they're all in the vault. They're in the vault. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a Taylor.
Please do a Taylor one day.
Taylor. Of just that situation.
But I want that situation and that situation only. So was like writing and singing for your EP the sort of process that you thought it would be, or is it completely different?
So I think it is and isn't at the same time. I think before like actually doing all these sessions every day and writing so much, I think you on an outside perspective would be like, oh, that just, you go, you write a song and it happens, and then you put it out. I think someone's asked me, they were like, so when are all the songs you've ever written coming out? And I'm like, oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. No. And they're like, oh, then why did you write it? Or like, why is that, like, what is it doing then? And I'm like, just sitting. But the process itself has been really fun. I've got to work with some great people. 4 of the songs on the EP are done with me and this one producer, Nick. And I feel like he just really got the vibe. Yeah. And everything I was saying, I'd be like, I want to do it like this. And he would just know what I meant, which is good. You know, when you just describe sounds like, and then maybe it could be like, woo, woo, woo. And then
he's like, I know. Exactly,
he's like, oh yeah, I get it. So I do feel like having that close relationship with him and having most of the EP songs that I've done with him, really good. But yeah, it's kind of like you just go into your sessions. Sometimes you don't really know what's going to happen. Sometimes I know, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I think what I've realised is that everything just takes more time, takes just more than you'd think. It's like my mum will still ask me now. She's like, so when the song comes out, like, when's it going to be on every radio station ever?
All radio station.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. But yeah, I've had fun. I've cried. I've like screamed of happiness. I've screamed of sadness. I've experienced all the emotions. I think it comes across that way too. The first 2 songs that came out being like jealous, insecure. It's like, girl, are you okay? Yeah, so just going through it.
Not to get deep here, but give me something you learned throughout the process.
Oh my god, this is terrifying. I think I definitely learnt a bit more about myself, and kind of just how to approach situations, how to manage my feelings about things. I feel like I've definitely done a lot of growing, kind of coming straight from like a school environment into a work environment. It's just taught me a lot about myself, which is fun. It's fun. Sometimes I'm like, I'm wrong about that, or it's actually, especially with this EP, I've realised like I need to just stand up for myself a bit more, do a bit more, believe in myself.
Yeah.
I've definitely had a year of just growing in confidence. I am still introverted, which is weird. You wouldn't expect it from me.
Expect it.
But I think I've definitely come out of my shell. The first time I did these sessions, I was like, I just felt like I was going to cry the whole day.
Oh.
I would get there and be like, everyone hates me. I suck. I should be better. And now I've made some great friends that I get to work with like all the time. And I've realised that actually we're all there to do the same thing. We're all there to have a nice time. It's not the whole scary thing of, you know, there's a big man on the computer and you're that girl over there like doing something. I feel like I'm a lot more equal with people now, which is really nice. And sometimes I go in there and be like, I am the best. I have all the ideas and I'm like confident queen. So
No, I love that, especially as like a woman in the industry.
Yes.
To have that mindset, I think, is really good.
yeah, I think you just realise that everyone in the room is important, and it's not to, you don't want to feel like that small part. You're all there to work together, make music, have a nice time. But yeah, I've definitely learned that I am worthy. I am
worthy.
How cute.
What is the dream?
The dream.
The dream. Give me a Evie in 10 years' time.
In 10 years' time, I would just really like to be playing big, big, big shows. I want to just feel happy. I want to be happy first. I want to have made stuff that I'm really, really proud of. I want to be a thing. I want to be a thing. I don't want to be, put some stuff out and then disappears. I want to just keep going forever
Non-stop.
and ever. Non-stop.
Non-stop. She's going to keep on releasing music. You won't get away from it.
You're going to hate me in 10 years.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Yeah, just playing shows. I want to go around the world. I want to just international. And I have been holding off this whole interview saying it. I want to be Hannah Montana. The dream
is Hannah Montana, isn't it?
It's Hannah Montana. I want to be.
I appreciate you though leaving that instead of going, what's your favorite album? Any Hannah Montana one.
I almost said that. I was going to be like Hannah Montana, the season 1 soundtrack, or Hannah Montana, the movie.
I like that you know which season you like.
I love the first season. The other side, the other side, the other side of me. Yeah, tune. Or Miley Cyrus 2007 Breakout. Meet Miley Cyrus. Classic albums, classic.
Okay, so let's end on what can listeners expect? What's coming up?
More stuff. More. The EP, obviously, that I've been yabbering on about. Just, there's some cool things.
Gotta stay tuned.
What can I say? What can I say? I'm not going to get yelled at for. Just more songs. And I am going to, after this EP, I'm going to be working on more.
So basically, more.
More. What you're going to expect is everything.
Everything. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot to put on yourself.
I mean, I did just make the first EP ever.
Fair enough.
The second EP ever as well.
But is it going to be as good as the first EP ever?
Oh my God.
Like,
let's figure that out when we get there.
thank you for chatting with me.
Thank you for asking me lots of questions. You really made me think a lot. It's good.
Yeah, we're very excited for the EP. We're loving the new songs and very excited for what's in store.
Me too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.